Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And some of you guys are saying, Lawson, why are you so intense this week? Lawson, why are you yelling this week? You've been winning 4 or 5 weeks in a row. You've been damn near perfect. You won a lot of money. Listen, the time to be most intense, the time to put in the most work is when you're winning. When I coach football, a 45-3 win is when I would find the most problems. We got to keep pressing forward, even though the money's raining in. This is a battle week in and week out. Week 8, let's get to the games. Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals. The over-under is 50.5. I'm going under, and there's a lot of questions about this game, and people keep saying, Lawson, do you have a read on this game? I've been spoiling you with the money picks on primetime, but this is a game you should stay the hell away from. But I am feeling this under a little bit. If there is some action to be had, I like this under, man, because Arizona's offense, yes, they put up a lot of points against the Browns, but that was more Arizona's defense dominating. You could say the same thing about the Houston Texans. I think Green Bay's defense performs decent. I think to really thrash and destroy Green Bay's defense, you have to run it in on them, pound it, and then use play action. Zona's going to sling it a lot. I don't think Green Bay gets over 23 points. I think Zona's at 25. I got this just under. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. The over-under is 49.5. Money, money, money. Money. Borderline money pick. Don't get too crazy with this one. But I got this going over, and it's a surprise. And I've been on the two negativity club. I was there since day one he was drafted. And you're saying, Lawson, why are you going back and forth on Tua? No, I'm not going back and forth, but I think the kid will produce a little bit of something. Whenever you can throw to Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki, that's not a joke. I know they're not household names. I know they're not on ESPN, but they can do some things. Plus, Bills, Miami, there's always blowout. There's always that question. I don't think Miami gets blown out this game, but a blowout could happen. Garbage points will be in play. But I think Miami's offense can generate some things. But also, the Bills' offense is going to generate some things on the Dolphins. The Dolphins' defense, they used to be so good at zone blitzing. But outside of Xavier Howard, can they cover anyone? Where's the pass rush for Miami? This is going over. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. The over-under is 46. I got this going over. And this is a little bit of surprise because, like I've been saying for 3 or 4 weeks, Sam Darnold's not a functioning starting quarterback in this league. And honestly, it is a little bit disrespectful to other professionals that he's even starting still. I got this pushing over because I think there's going to be turnovers in this game. When you say Matt Ryan, you think what? Turnover. When you think Sam Darnold, you think what? Turnover. I think there's going to be turnovers in this game. And Atlanta could be up 24-0 in the fourth quarter. They will find a way to get this game close. No matter how hard they have to try to mess up, they will do it. And you guys thought Miami plus 2.5 was a bad bet last week. I'm going over in this game. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions. The over-under is 48. I'm going under. And this is one of the toughest games to read of the weekend if we're talking point total. Because Goff and that offense, they responded last week. Anthony Lynn and Dan Campbell, I think they have more creativity on offense than Sirianni and Hurts. Hurts is better. I would take Hurts over Goff. You might say I'm crazy, but I would take Hurts over Goff. But I don't think it makes a difference. I actually think Detroit's defense has a good game. Philly's not going to test them. They're not going to work it down the field. Hell, we don't even know if they're going to run the ball. You always want to run the ball down Detroit's mouth, but we don't even know if Philly's going to do that. I don't even like their run scheme either. I'm going under the 48. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. The over-under is 50.5. Oh, no, I'm going to say the Titans game again. The Super Bowl champions, Tennessee Titans. I mean, you would think they win a Super Bowl because they beat the Chiefs. Over-under in Titans Indy is 50.5. I'm leaning towards under. Now, I understand Tennessee's defense isn't good. And I understand that the last 2 weeks is kind of an admiration. And didn't they give up damn near 30 to Buffalo? Buffalo could have put up 50 that game. I'm going under, though, because I think this game is more about physicality. I think this game's more about the running backs. I think this game's more about play action. I think this game is more about milking the clock. I don't think Tannehill or Wentz have that big a say. If I had to lean towards which quarterback will make more plays, I'm actually leaning towards Wentz. I think the Titans will clench up a little bit this game. They're going to keep it simple. They're going to run it 30 times. Against the Colts, I like taking a different strategy. Like, I know they got Xavier Rhodes in that secondary, but I like spreading them out. I like throwing it against the Colts. I like doing a little bit of run and shoot. I don't think the Titans do that. I think the Colts survive in the run game. That's why I'm going under the 50.5. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams. Stan Kroenke at the Houston Texans. The over-under is 48. I'm going under because when I say David Mills, you say under. It's complicated, though, because Tyrod is off injured reserve, but I'm betting he doesn't play. So that takes care of the Texans. They're going to get their 10, 13 points. I think the Rams are going to be more ruthless than they were against Jared Goff. And as for the Rams, this offense is humming, but it is getting to a point. How much plays do you want to show people? How many schemes do you want to show people? I'm going under. I think the Rams are in that 27, 30-point range, but don't count on more than 10 or 13 from the Texans if Davis Mills is starting. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the New York Jets, over under 42. Money, 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 money. I'm going over here, and Cincinnati has been winning us a lot of money, and it's been a great year with Cincinnati. I think their offense gets, 27 points this game, maybe even pushes 30. And I think garbage time points will be available to Mike White. Now, I know Goff wasn't able to get those garbage points against Cincinnati, but I think Mike White will be able to do a little bit of garbage time here. Plus, don't the Jets have to come with something crazy and spectacular this game? I just can't see them getting blown out without throwing a few haymakers. I'm not saying the Jets aren't going to get blown out by the Cincinnati Bengals, but what I am saying is I expect a little bit of a response out of the Jets. I expect a little bit of gusto from Mike White, and there's people inside the Jets organization that are saying they honestly feel like White gives them a better chance at this moment in time than Zach Wilson. Either way, this team isn't good enough to nurture Zach Wilson. It might be addition by subtraction. I'm going over here for the Cincy Jets game. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. The over-under is 42.5. I'm leaning towards over here, but there's more questions than answers about this game. Is Baker Mayfield coming back? Is Case Keenum coming in? I don't think the discussion is as black and white as people think. I don't think Baker's a clear upgrade on Case Keenum. I think Case Keenum and Baker Mayfield give you different attributes. And honestly, I would keep riding this hot hand of Case Keenum. He was great in that Thursday night game if you consider how long he hasn't played a game in. And if Odell could just catch a pass, this Cleveland offense could really get humming. I think Pittsburgh does some things. I think this is a close game in the fourth quarter. And whenever it's a close game between division rivals in the fourth quarter, it will push towards over. It's a surprise over, I know. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Chicago Bears. The Bears, over under 42.5. I'm going over. I think San Fran gets in the 20s for sure. And it's not because, listen, this Bears defense is good. They're very good against teams who like to be physical and run the ball. That's what San Francisco likes to do. We know Jimmy G's not going to help us a lot through the air, but I think San Fran gets the play action going. We don't know if Kittle's going to be back or not. And the Bears, they do seem a little bit beat psychologically on defense. We saw this happen to them specifically 2 years ago. It happened really bad. I think this Bears defense is in meltdown mode, but I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming Matt Nagy. I'm blaming this offense. And honestly, we can talk about Matt Nagy all day. I've already said what I needed to say about that bald bum. But Justin Fields, he needs to step up a little bit too. He did not look comfortable. He showed no gusto. He showed no confidence. I think Chicago will get like 13 points, but this over is going to be carried by San Francisco. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Seattle Seahawks. The over-under is 43.5. I went back and forth on this all day, but I'm going to go under. This is a little bit low, especially because Trevor Lawrence is playing better. And I've been yelling it for anyone who wants to listen for 5 or 6 weeks. Trevor Lawrence is playing better, and he's the best rookie in this league right now. Now, this is still going under because I'm not so sure about this Geno experiment. Like, I was right about it the whole time. We've been right betting the Seahawks while everyone's betting against them, betting them to cover. We're not betting Seahawks to win a lot. But I'm not seeing a lot of progression out of Geno, and he doesn't look confident in the pocket. He looked more confident with the first opportunity than the second opportunity against the Saints. I think the Jags are able to disrupt him a little bit. Penalties are going to be on the Jags this game. Penalties are going to be on the Seahawks. This is a sloppy game. It leans towards under, even though Lawrence does have a little bit of magic in him. Next game, we got the New England Patriots, the hoodie, at the LA Chargers. The over-under is 49. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going under here. It's just a read. And I'm getting this read because we're seeing Mac Jones and this Patriots offense produce. But you guys like talking about Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks. This Chargers defense is underrated, and they got Derwin James and Bosa, and that's not something you want a rookie on the road to play against. I got this going under because I think the Patriots defense, they're going to scrap. They're going to send zone blitzes at Herbert, and Herbert has a slow first half. Herbert responds in the second half. Mac Jones puts up maybe 17, 20 points this game, but it's not enough to push it over. I'm going under here. I love the under 49 this game. I am curious to see what you guys say. Make sure you hit the like button, comment below. My Patreon is only $5 a month. Why aren't you on there? Next game, we got the Washington No-Names at the Denver Broncos. Over under 44.5. I got this going over here, but there is no science. There is no fundamentals here because Taylor Heineke stinks. Teddy Bridgewater's a disgrace to this league. Listen, I don't like throwing around words like disgrace, but are you going to tell me Cam Newton can't come in and do a better job with these three just powerful tour de force wide receivers that Denver has, withering away on this roster? I'm going under. I don't want to talk about Washington, Denver too much because, listen, this could go over, this could go under, but who the hell cares? Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. The over-under is 50.5. Money, money, money. Money. I got this going under. Like any Tampa Bay game, it is risky because you can get the A+ fifth gear. You can get this offense like a Lamborghini, like that first half against the Bears, or you can get last year against the Bears. There's a lot of variances due to Tampa Bay performance, but we should put them in a box right now. Draw this box and put them in a box for now. Let's talk about this New Orleans defense. This is a top 5 defense. This is the most physical defense in the league. This is a team that plays with attitude and gusto. Jameis Winston was terrible, but I think Sean Payton's going to look at himself and he's going to make some adjustments. This is important because New Orleans has to control time of possession. They have to run it better. They have to use more play action. I think New Orleans runs it better this week, even though Tampa Bay's front 7 is brutal. But the play action with Jameis will be there. That will open up the run game later in the game. I think the Saints move the chains enough to keep Tom off that field. I got it going under. This is a damn good defense. This is a defense that's going to come in wanting to punch Tom in the mouth. Tom's going to be ready, but Antonio Brown and Gronk probably are. That is a factor in this game. Make sure you watch the injury report this week. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. The over-under is 55. I got this going over. But there are some talks about Dak Prescott's health, the calf. Like, listen, I don't think it's going to be 100% by any means, but I don't think it's going to be 50 or 60% like some reports are saying. I think Dak comes out here 80%. Minnesota, even though they have Everson Griffin and Danielle Hunter, I think Hunter might be one of the best he's a top 5 edge rusher in this league, easy, especially with his bull rush, speed rush combo. But man, I just don't think the Viking secondary is up to it. I don't think they're going to be able to cover. I don't think they're going to be able to get in the way of this Dallas receiving corps. So I think Dallas gets into the 30s. And if Minnesota's offense would cut out the silly mistakes, it's not even Kirk Cousins turning it over anymore. It's silly mistakes on first down. It's silly fumbles. Those are the things that's killing the Vikings. But I think the Vikings can easily get into the 30s here because the Cowboys defense, they haven't. Okay, the Patriots can run the ball a little bit, but they haven't faced an elite running back yet who can really test them. I think the Vikings will be able to get things going. I think Kirk Cousins has a big second half. This is going over 55. But of course, you've got to watch Dak's health. There's even talks of Cooper Rush coming in this week, which I think is a bit crazy. Next game, we got the New York Giants, Monday Night Football at the Kansas City Chiefs. The over-under is 52.5. This is a borderline money pick. I've been going back and forth on this one all day. And the over-under is 52.5. I got this going under. Like, I think the Chiefs respond. But we got to talk about the Chiefs for a second. It just feels like Pat Mahomes isn't getting the same luck, or especially when he's rolling to the right and he's throwing it when he's outside the pocket. All of those 50-50 balls seem to be going the other way. And I don't know if it's going to change this week because this Giants defense can scrap. This Giants defense can ball. I'm not saying this Giants defense is top 5, top 7, but I'm telling you, this Giants defense is proficient and they're disciplined. That's the reason why I'm going under in this game. Now, we know Saquon's back. We know Shepard should be back this week for the New York Giants. But even with that being said, the Giants' offensive line can't really block anyone, but the Chiefs' defense can't stop anyone. But with that being said, I think the Giants' defense against Pat Mahomes, like, I'm not saying they're holding Pat Mahomes under 24 or anything like that. But what I am saying is this Giants defense will be competitive and they will be the catalyst in this game going under. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on them notifications. Thank you, guys.
How many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then the levee gon' break. If I take 2, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done without, we on the now. Step after step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step, by step, by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step, by step, by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around, around, around.